Hi everyone, Scott with the Scottman. We're here to do a driving video today. We're going to be heading north on Dequindre Road today. I almost like to say it's the entirety of the road, but not exactly, because there is a stretch up in northeast Oakland County, northwest Macomb County, like north of Stony Creek Metro Park, which we will not be covering because it's kind of out of the way. It's just a country road, but we're covering the main stretch from where it begins at Poland Street here in Hamtramck, and we're going to go all the way to basically to Washington Road, just south of 26 Mile Road. Okay, looks like it's being used as a two-way stop right now, so we can go ahead and turn. So Dequindre starts back there, and technically right now we're on the service drive for I-75, because that just past Caniff Street, which is, of course, for Hamtramck, or downtown Hamtramck going to the east. And there's the entrance ramp for I-75, wanting to head north out to the northern suburbs. In fact, I think I need to get over. So technically, where we are right now, so this is Nagel Street on the northbound side. The southbound side is considered Dequindre, which is kind of like the other side of I-75. For like the southbound traffic. So what's going to end up happening is that they're going to come back together up ahead. So that's why I'm covering this stretch too. And I gotta be careful. I think it's a two-way stop, or a three-way stop. I have to double check, make sure nobody's going to come rushing through or something, because you never know. But yeah, this is a remake of Dequindre, and not only that too, but this is a longer video because I'm starting further south than what I did, or when I did the original Dequindre video. I think it was like five or 6 years ago. But not only that too, but I also wanted to. There's been a lot of changes on Dequindre, especially as you get up to the northern suburbs. So I wanted to refilm it to show a more updated picture. And passing over Carpenter Street, yeah, we're now in the Detroit city limits, and Dequindre has come back over to this side. So now this is officially Dequindre. As a matter of fact, this is, ooh, big bump there. Okay, it wasn't too bad, but wanted to play it safe there. So anyway, what I was trying to say, this is one road in the Metro Detroit area where a lot of people from out of town may not necessarily pronounce it correctly, because it looks like it says Dequindre or Dequindre, where it's just pronounced Dequindre Road or Dequindre. But yeah, there are a lot of roads around Metro Detroit that are kind of like that. And right here, this is the Davison Freeway. You have the service drive for the Davison here, and then we're going over the freeway right here. Which the Davison Freeway is just a short freeway which runs from just east of I-75, goes all the way west to the Lodge Freeway, and then the rest of the route both ways is Davison Street. But as you can tell, not a lot going on in here. Just a lot of field in here. And yeah, unfortunately, seeing some abandoned homes too. Not the one on the left there, but over on the next street over. But yeah, it is a sunny but hot day today. It's early October, and it's basically, it feels like July right now. My car thermometer is reading 85 degrees Fahrenheit. Compared to Celsius, it's just shy of 30 degrees. So we might even be seeing like record temperatures right now, because it is not supposed to be this hot in October. Although we are supposed to be seeing a big cool down in a few days, though. to bring temperatures a little bit more towards seasonal temperatures. And then right here, this is where Dequindre officially starts heading more due north. We were kind of on an angle back the other way. And crossing over McNichols, or 6 Mile. Light just turned green, so did not have to stop at it, so that's quite nice. In fact, if you go like another mile to the east on McNichols, you head over to the original Buddy's Pizza, which of course is where the magic of Detroit-style pizza officially began back in the mid-1940s. And now Buddy's Pizza has locations all around Metro Detroit. There's even, I think, a location or two out in Grand Rapids. And of course, Detroit-style pizza has gotten really popular too. Like, if you ever heard the chain Jets Pizza, it's not in every U.S. state, but it's in quite a bit of them. I've seen them as far south as Texas. Which, yeah, Detroit-style deep dish is basically, or Detroit-style pizza is basically, it's a deep dish pizza that's a square or rectangular shape. It's kind of like Sicilian style, because the recipe originated from Sicily. Okay, cross over Nevada Street, and now we're seeing more in the way of residential areas, because we got some homes along on both sides of the road. So yeah, this is looking a lot better than what we were seeing just a little bit ago. Little playground over to the left of the basketball court, and yeah, it's like not a lot of people walking around or anything, just because, well, it is kind of hot out right now. All right, and we are approaching the light for 7 Mile. So yeah, we're getting through the Wayne County portion of this video pretty quickly, I would say. There's only another mile to go, and we're be up to 8 Mile. Okay, so we cross over 7 Mile, and it's another continuation of what we were just seeing. Going back the other way, we got homes on both sides of the road. Another little playground to the right, although I think looks like it's less of a play area. Ooh, those pumpkins are pretty cool on the left there. But I feel like the park grounds itself, or the actual park grounds, are a little bigger. And yep, here is Outer Drive East. So again, now we're starting to get cursed with the traffic lights and even increased traffic too. Okay, never mind. The light just turned green. Okay. Yeah, someone's trying to wiggle onto the right, but it's kind of narrow. We're finally seeing a couple people walking around outside, so it's not like it's completely empty. All right, so we have a McDonald's coming up to our right, and so right now we're about to, so this is a little bit of a weird configuration here. So I think I can see over here safely. Yeah, I can. So it's like, before we get to 8 Mile, this is Conan Street, and we have to get left, turn left here. Oh, good timing. So Conan Street goes to the right, heading to the southeast, and Dequindre continues to the left here. And then now we have the traffic light for 8 Mile. Didn't have to stop for like barely a second or so, and it just turned green. So crossed over 8 Mile, and we're out of the Detroit city limits. And now for the rest of this video, pretty much we are going to be on a county border, because north of Wayne County, which is basically the county line, is 8 Mile Road or Baseline Road, and to the north is Oakland and Macomb County. So north of 8 Mile, Dequindre serves as a county line for Oakland County to the left and Macomb County to the right. So on the left we have Hazel Park, and on the right we have Warren. And Dequindre becomes a much busier road because we have 4 lanes of traffic with 2 lanes on each side. So as you can tell, it's a lot busier than it was back down the Detroit and Hamtramck city limits. And yeah, we have a change of scenery here because we have a lot of businesses on both sides of the road, even some abandoned buildings, unfortunately. So that's too bad, but yeah, a lot of empty buildings over here. And here we are. This is 9 Mile Road. We've got Bray's Hamburgers on the left, the southwest corner of the intersection. The light just turned green. I'm going to keep this on. Okay, so anyway, so it'll continue north, and oh yeah, but to the left, that is Louie's Pizza. That is a legendary spot for Detroit style deep dish. We were just talking about that just minutes ago. So Louie's is a highly rated place for Detroit style pizza here in Metro Detroit. It ranks well up there with Buddy's Pizza, Green Lantern Pizza, Michigan and Trumbull, and many of the other spots. In fact, I even went in there for lunch one day, I think last year, either last year or early this year, and their pizza's fantastic. But I'm definitely a big fan of the Detroit style deep dish pizza. It's just absolutely delicious. It's up there with New York pizza and Chicago deep dish when it comes to pizzas here in the United States. Oh, you got a big warehouse over to the left. In fact, that's where the racetrack, the Hazel Park racetrack used to be, which unfortunately that's been long gone, and this has gone up in its place. Okay, and here is 10 Mile. So yeah, but anyway, the Detroit style deep dish pizza is absolutely delicious. That's definitely one of my favorites. And it's like the weird thing is, like, when I've gotten pizza with people here in Metro Detroit, like in my family or even with my coworkers back in the day, it's like we live in the Metro Detroit area, yet they never get Detroit style deep dish. Like, never. It's like for some reason, it's like they don't care for it, which is kind of weird. But it's like we all have our own taste preferences, though. And here is the 696 freeway. So we're going over 696 right here. So yeah, passing up 696 and also north of where 10 Mile is now. It's still Warren on the right side, but on the left side it is now Madison Heights. So yep. Anyway, I remember, like back in my where I work, we used to have a lot more employees at our office compared to what we have now, and we used to do like a Pizza Friday thing. Oh, yep. And here is 11 Mile here. So we used to do like a Pizza Friday where we always got pizza every Friday, and even with the places that sell like the deep dish pizza, it's like they always wanted the round pizza for some reason. Which, yeah, I don't know, but again, as I was saying, it's everybody has different tastes. Although it's kind of interesting how I felt like that was the minority when it came to enjoying Detroit-style deep dish. Got a little bit of a shopping area up ahead on the right. We got a Kroger, MJR movie theater, even a Kroger gas station. See a Target, Burlington, Marshalls, Mito, Hibachi, and Sushi. A Thai restaurant, there's a Petco, a Del Taco. Yeah, lots of stuff over in here. And yeah, this is 12 Mile here, so definitely a busier intersection. And you got O'Reilly Auto Parts and Little Caesars Pizza. Although, to be fair, going back to the pizza topic, we got Dairy Queen and Wendy's over here. So when it comes to pizza in Detroit, it's like Little Caesars is one of the most famous pizza chains in the United States. It's out of Detroit, and they're not famous for a square or a deep dish pizza. They're more famous for their round pizzas. So it's not like Detroit's just known for deep dish. Oh, there's Common Road there, which is like 12.5 mile. It's like, yeah, I would love to go to Sicily down in southern Italy, which, of course, that's where you can have like Sicilian-style pizza, and it looks really good. I've seen videos on it, like with food down in Sicily. Like, it looks like the food in Sicily looks delicious. I almost need to plan a trip there just for the food. Yep, and here is 13 Mile Road. Make a left turn at 13 Mile Road. Just made this light. About half a mile to the west is Red Oaks County Park, which is a outdoor water park, which I definitely don't think they're open, even though it's a hot day today. They usually aren't open this late in the year. It's more of a summer park. Oh, you got another part of Red Oaks over here. It looks like more of a dog park. All right, I'm gonna go ahead and stop here. Yeah, Dequindre, as you can tell, has been very bumpy here, like in the Warren, Madison Heights, and Hazel Park areas. I do know further north of here they've done some work on Dequindre, so it'll get a lot nicer soon. Until then, we just have to keep dealing with the classic Metro Detroit or Michigan stereotype about how bad the roads are, because as you can tell, the roads are pretty bad here. There's been a lot of improvements though, but still you got stuff like this. Oh yeah, that's pretty nasty there. And here is 14 Mile Road, and after crossing over 14 Mile Road, now we have the city of Troy on the left and then Sterling Heights on the right. Okay, the pavement's not perfect, but it's looking a little bit better. I'm seeing some clouds building up to the south. Nothing, not supposed to see like rain or thunderstorms or anything like that, but yeah, seeing more clouds way up to the north. Probably not anywhere we're going, but if let's say, I probably run into them if, let's say, if we were going up to the thumb of Michigan. Let me go ahead and merge over so that we can see a little bit better. Got some homes on the left and then apartments on the right. And then we have some smaller businesses like some salons over to the right. I saw like either an Indian restaurant or Indian grocery. A little pizzeria. And then here, this is 15 Mile Road. And technically, take 15 Mile Road west, it turns into Maple Road. I got the Polish Cultural Center on the left there. And yeah, you can tell they've done some work on this to where they've put in some new concrete in areas, like basically like concrete patching. Although I feel like it makes me wonder if this, because this can't be permanent, because let's just say it's like the road's gonna get bad pretty soon here. Okay, this lane's about to end. I do need to get up, though. Otherwise, I won't be able to even get around. Yeah, I'm way ahead of the truck, thankfully, so that's good. Okay, and over here, this is another busy intersection. We got some more stores to the right. See, like Lowe's, Target, a T-Mobile store, Burger King. See a Starbucks way off to the right. Ooh, Mideast pastry on the left side there. And then this traffic light's for Metro Parkway. Well, it's Metro Parkway. Oh, okay. So they're moving us over to this lane here, to the center lane. So yeah, so this is Metro Parkway. Well, it's Metro Parkway to the right, and then it turns into Big Beaver going to the left, as it goes into Troy over toward like where the Somerset collection is located. And yeah, there's a lot of traffic on the southbound lanes right now. But yeah, they're doing some work on the concrete over here, kind of like what we saw back the other way. Oh, yeah, this is going a lot. This is a lot bigger than I thought. It is nice though. It's like I think they still giving everyone like a center turn lane though, so that is helpful, or at least for the northbound lanes, I think. But but it's like they're trying to get a bunch of end of year construction in before it gets really cold to where we start seeing winter. Because once all the construction stops, then we pretty much usually see the first heavy snowfall or something like that. And yeah, we're out of the construction zone now. So crossing over 17 Mile Road here, and then it turns into Waddles Road as you go west. Okay, so we're out of the work zone, and now we can continue a little bit faster now. So for where we are right now, we have like just only like another 8.5 or so miles left to go in this video. But we definitely have covered a lot of ground so far. Because keep in mind, we started this video down like the west side of Hamtramck. And yeah, we mostly got just residential neighborhoods on both sides. Over in Troy on the left, and Sterling Heights on the right. Got a little of a slightly busier intersection, although nothing too crazy. It's like a storage facility. There's a Kroger. There's a couple gas stations. I think we can probably keep this rolling, or never mind, staying red. So this is 18 Mile Road here, and then going to the west, it turns into Long Lake Road. Oh, even a Taco Bell off to the left. Yeah, it's definitely a good afternoon to do this. Since it is quite nice out. We've had a lot of nice weekends lately to where the weather's been very cooperative. So it's nice to try to get a bunch of these videos done before like winter comes. You got Irma's on the right. It's like they're selling like a bunch of pumpkins and a lot of different things, especially with this time of the year, because it's definitely pumpkin season. Everybody's buying their pumpkins, whether it's for jack-o'-lanterns or pumpkin spice, and pretty much anything like coffee or tea or anything else, or even like baked goods. And this is 19 Mile Road here. Go west, that turns into Square Lake Road. And yeah, here they got much nicer pavement. I think they've worked on this in the past within the past few years. And yeah, now we're coming up to a very busy area. This is like where Troy Beaumont Hospital is located. So it's a very, very big hospital over to the left. And in fact, they even expanded to the east side of the road. They have this pedestrian bridge which goes right over to Dequindre, so that's pretty nice. But yeah, it's not as big as the big Beaumont Hospital in Royal Oak, but it's still a big enough hospital where I think it's even has grown over the years. And yeah, we're approaching the South Boulevard here, but we're approaching the M59 freeway. You can turn right there. You can get access over to the eastbound lanes to take over toward Utica, and then like the area near the former Lakeside Mall. Or go left here. That'll get you on the M59 freeway going west toward Pontiac. All right, so passing up, so yeah, that's West Utica Road. Once you pass up like the M59 freeway, now we have Rochester Hills on the left side and Shelby Township on the right side. So yeah, it's like now we're getting more into like even further north into the suburbs. And we have very nice pavement over in this area. Open lot over there. So like, I'd be curious if they decide to build something there at some point. And here is Auburn Road, which is basically like 21 Mile Road. Just made this light. And now Dequindre is now going to become just a 2-lane highway, as things will begin to start spreading out a little bit. So don't have as much lanes of traffic as we get up to this area. But nevertheless, though, we still have some good or different residential neighborhoods on both sides of the road. I'm even trying to think. The stretch between like 59 and 21 Mile, that used to be 2 lanes as well too back in the day. I'm trying to remember if they expanded that when I did this original video, or if it happened after I did that. And here is Hamlin Road, which is basically like 22 Mile Road. If you go east on Hamlin Road about a mile, you'll go to Riverbends Park, which is a really nice park along the Clinton River. Oh, looks like it's like a shooting range for like skeet or like target shooting, stuff like that. Yeah, here we're starting to get closer to the Clinton River, so it's like we're starting to go down in elevation a little bit. And yeah, this is new pavement here because just a year or two ago, they did a major reconstruction project where they were doing a bunch of stuff along Dequindre Road here, going north of Hamlin Road, going up to Avon Road, and got brand new pavement. So this is really nice in here. And so we're now going to curve to the left a little bit. It's because we have like the Clinton River coming up ahead. And up here at the intersection with Avon Road and eventually 23 Mile Road, they reconstructed both intersections and now they're roundabouts. So these were just opened up, I think like a year ago or something like that. So we have the roundabout up ahead for Avon Road, which is basically 23 Mile Road in Oakland County. And yeah, this is really congested right now because it's cider mill season here in Michigan, and the 8th cider mill is off to the right. We'll see it momentarily. It's one of the most popular cider mills in all of Metro Detroit. Like, it's up there like with Franklin Cider Mill, Blake's Cider Mill out in Armada. Like, there's a whole list of them too. So yeah, this is gonna take us a while. It's like the reason why there's a lot of heavy slowdown is because obviously there's people turning into Yates, but also they got a crosswalk because they got parking on the left side of Dequindre, where basically people are able to cross the road. And I've even seen cases where they got police officers guiding the crosswalk too. So I feel like what people are doing is like they're alternating, because technically we're supposed to yield to anyone in the roundabout, but I think they're trying to allow people, like, I think it's like we're trying to do like one at a time, or like one for each, like one from Avon Road, one from Dequindre, and so on. So right over here, this is the Clinton River. And of course we have the beautiful Yates Cider Mill off to the right. So we got a big parking area on both sides of the road with a crosswalk connecting both sides. As a matter of fact, I was just here just like a few weekends ago getting some delicious apple cider. So what's cool is that, of course, you can get apple cider, you get some delicious homemade cider donuts. They got even an outpost for Frankenmuth fudge. They have a petting zoo and all kinds of delicious goodies. You can also get some apples too. You can't pick them or anything, but you can definitely get them. For sale. And there's even a nice little hiking trail that goes along the river too, so it's a really nice cider mill. Okay, so right here, this is 23 Mile Road. So this is like the Macomb County portion of 23 Mile. And earlier this year, they were working on this stretch of Dequindre. They completely resurfaced the stretch from 23 Mile Road up to 24 Mile Road, which is the next traffic light. So like I would not have been able to film this video earlier this year. And we got a big trail here. So on the left side you have the Clinton River Trail, which heads over toward the south side of Rochester, eventually out in the direction of Pontiac. To the right, it turns into the Macomb Orchard Trail, heads eventually to the northeast, all the way out toward Richmond, Michigan. And here's the intersection for 24 Mile Road. And technically going west at 24 Mile Road becomes Parkdale Road, and that'll take you all the way into, well, just north of downtown Rochester. And I would say the rest of the way it now is less busy because we're just past up the cider mill, and generally the only traffic going this way is either going to be people bypassing downtown Rochester way off to the left a couple miles, or they're going like up to Stony Creek Metro Park, which basically where this road ends at Washington Road, which turns into Mount Vernon Road. Not Mount Vernon Road, or maybe it does. Yeah, I think it does turn into Mount Vernon Road, and then it turns into 26 Mile Road. It go like another mile or two to the east, and then then heads over to where the entrance for Stony Creek Metro Park is. Got a Kroger way off to the left in there. Kirby's Coney Island. A bunch of different small businesses over here. So this is 25 Mile Road, or going west turns into Runyon Road. So we're in the final stretch here of the main part of Dequindre. As I was saying at the beginning of the video, which I'm not going to be covering in this video, Dequindre does pick back up to the north of Stony Creek Metro Park, where it's mainly an unpaved road that's more like a country road that goes up to some of the other mile roads, like 31 Mile, 32 Mile, going all the way up to 34 Mile Road, and then then hooks to the west toward the village of Leonard, which gets way out into the country. So we're not really worried about that part of Dequindre. There is a significant gap anyway. But we have successfully driven northbound on Dequindre and the entire main stretch, going from Poland Street down in Hamtramck all the way to Washington Road / Mount Vernon Road, here at the border of Rochester Hills and Macomb, and Shelby Township. So if you enjoyed this video, make sure to click that like button. Don't forget to click that that subscribe button so that you don't miss out on any future adventures. Well, thank you for watching, and this is Scott with the Scott Man signing out.